Best I can tell, we have another villain created especially for this series. For our purposes, we don't know who this guy is. For that matter, we don't know what he is, what his motivations are, or anything else. He's just there and he's causing trouble. With that in mind, here we go.
On a journey to an underwater mountain range for a supply of rare phosphorus, Aquaman leads his group through a maze of steep canyons until they arrive at the Valley of Glowing Rocks.
Phosphorus is weird stuff. It doesn't appear in nature in its pure form like this because it's so reactive it can't help binding with something else the first chance it gets. In its pure form, it glows like that because the surface molecules are reacting with the oxygen around it. Expose it to too much air and it catches fire and you can't put the blasted stuff out. That's why militaries use it in their incendiary bombs and bullets. It's sure to destroy the enemy in the cruelest way possible. In its combined forms, it's essential for life, and when you get right down to it, if Aquaman needs to find phosphorus, all he has to do is pee. There's plenty of it in that particular chemical mixture. Aqualad says a big piece of this will be enough to light Atlantis for some time. They light the place with pure phosphorus. What could possibly go wrong with that? Heading back, Tusky goes off to chase a fish and gets lost.
In a sleek submarine above, Tusky's predicament is being observed by 3 bulks. Weird, malevolent mutants.
In today's math lesson, we learned that 3 malevolent bulks are equivalent to 1 incredible Hulk. They work for this guy.
What is it, Bulk? An intruder? A walrus! Ha! We'll scare the daylights out of him with my animator beam.
He shines his beam on some kelp and suddenly...
Aquaman! Tusky's missing.
Must have wandered off and got lost. Storm, stay and guard the rock. Let's go, Tadpole.
Guard the rock. From what? As far as I know, nobody wants to take it from them. They see Tusky's predicament. Aquaman knows what to do. I'm not sure that's a thing thresher sharks actually do, but why not? If Aquaman tells them to, it's a thing they do.
They've turned our animated kelp monster into a tossed salad.
The last time he tried to go to a restaurant for a tossed salad, they wouldn't let him in. Oh, they didn't care about him being blue and all that. He didn't have a tie.
Look, Aquaman! That coral! It's coming alive!
Down, Storm, down!
I told you last time that Aqualad likes to run headfirst into stuff like that because he enjoys the way it feels when the pain goes away. Up to this point, he hasn't done anything to change my mind.
But this time, they are no match for Aquaman's adversary.
Look! Those fish are hurting themselves more than my coral monster.
None of Aquaman's usual tricks are working, and now his entire fish army is nursing sore noses. This calls for drastic measures.
Drat that Aquaman! There must be some way to get him.
First, what do you mean by get him? And second, why do you want to get him? He's called a sea scamp. Scamp is an older word for a joker, a prankster, someone who likes to mess with people. If this guy is just clowning around, somebody needs to teach him the meaning of the phrase safety precautions.
Uh-oh. Look!
The Sea Scamp. So that's the troublemaker. Let's go, troops.
At least somebody knows who he is, even if we're not in the loop. The Sea Scamp realizes they're attacking. Time to use the animator beam again.
Look what's chasing Storm!
That's phosphorus. Stay clear of it.
Aquaman knows what to do with a walking overabundance of reactive chemicals.
This time, the King of the Sea summons a school of stargazers, electric spark plugs of the sea.
I'm not sure it works like that, but just go with it. The Sea Scamp is angry now. Rather than just mess with them, he's decided to destroy them. Then he'll pick up his toys and go home, so there.
Get out, you bunks! Tear them to pieces!
Watch out for those creatures.
I understand why we haven't seen much of those guys. Throwing marshmallows is more effective than sending them. A couple of whales ram the Scamp's ship and send it careening out of control.
Well, that takes care of the Sea Scamp.
Yes, too bad.
Flipping flounders!
Where'd you find him?
Let me go! Let me go, you rock thieves!
They'll take him to Atlantis and put one of the scientists there in charge of him. Aquaman says maybe he can learn to use his abilities for good. He was mistaken. After the fourth time the Scamp put a massive stink bomb into the city's ventilation system, the Atlanteans dropped him at the Aqua Cave and said sorry, but he's your problem, not ours. He's just there and he's causing trouble. The surface molecules, don't bite yourself. Now can you do that last line worse? Surface molecules, bling. Okay, bling.